When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. Hey. When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Mek Wi Talk, people.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. We're listening, watching from around the world in the Eastern Caribbean. Good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon. This is another special edition of the Mek Wi Talk program. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. You all can hear me loud and clear? Yes, greetings and salutations to everyone. Grand rise to you all. Grand rise to you all. Greetings and salutation to everyone who's on the program here. Remember to like, share up this live feed. Share up this live feed because Jamaica is in a crisis. China construction company CHEC is building luxury houses on Mammee Bay property in St. Anne. The corruption of this country is unbelievable. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. This afternoon, we're going to speak about that. And we're also going to open up the phone lines for you to talk to us and tell us what you think. 800 residential, to build 800 residential property, buildings on historic property in Mammee Bay. That's what the government is allowing the Chinese to do, because when they sign contracts in this country, we don't know the country that they signed. But before we get into that, let me give you my take on what is going on. It's an election year in the United States. It's also the eve of an election year in Jamaica, because the Prime Minister can call the election anytime now to next year. And based on what we're seeing right now, we get up this morning, well-known artist Christopher Martin, his grandmother's wake was shot up by hoodlums. And based on what we're hearing, 7 people were shot and injured. A brutal attack at a wake in St. Catherine Wednesday morning. Has left 1 man dead and 8 others injured. One moment for me, please. One moment. Don't go anywhere. We do apologize about that. We do apologize about that. Yes. I'll do some work here. Yes. Christopher Martin. His late grandmother's wake of entertainer Christopher Martin when 2 gunmen pounce upon them and shoot up the wake. We're living some serious times in this country. Some very serious times in Jamaica. Some very serious times in this country, and we need to wake up. But let me say this afternoon, that although we may getting ourselves prepared for those in the United States, gearing up themselves for a momentous election in this country of the United States, we in Jamaica must gear ourselves up. And I'm encouraging every single Jamaicans. I don't know why this thing is freezing up. Yes, I must encourage every single Jamaican from all walks of life to make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure that you are prepared to go out there and exercise your right to vote. You see what is going on? Government can make deals with China Harbour Engineering Company to sign away historic property because in the name of road, I'm going to read it to you. The former Minister of Finance, Mr. Audley Shaw, and other officials of the government, in order for them to build the China company to build some roads, they had us to sign off some lands. Anyway, we still get into that. The time has come for the Jamaican people to wake up and smell the Blue Mountain coffee if there's any Blue Mountain coffee leaf. And why I say that? The level of barbarism, the level of corruption, the level of criminality that is going on in the country. As I always said on this platform here, the change that we seek in this country has to come from us as Jamaicans. And you all need to stand up and demand the change that you seek. Go out there and vote when the time comes for you to vote. Don't bother stay home. Go out there and exercise your right to vote. All right? Let us turn over to this construction company here now. Let me go back to this one here. I don't know what's going on. Yes, here it is. Let me go back to this. Let me see if I can get this thing up here because, all right. China Harbour Engineering Company, CHEC, will be constructing a gated residential complex at Mammee Bay in St. Ann. and lands reserved for a riverbed. It is also a historic property. Where also they said that Marcus Garvey house is on it, or where he grew up. Let's get out of that one and go into this one now. This one here. What on earth is going on with this stupid thing here? Lord have his mercy. Hold on there for me. I'm trying to get the thing up to read it to you, but for some unknown reason, I don't know what's going on. Every time I'm having a good program, this is what happened. Let me go into this now. Hold on for me. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can share it to make you see it, because I don't want nobody to say come on here and spreading propaganda news. Go into Google and Google China Engineering Company to build 800 residential houses and supermarket at Mammee Bay, and you'll see what come up. Let me read. Let me get this to you. You can see it. One moment for me, please. Because what is going on is ridiculous. And this was done, this signing, everything was done, speeded up by March 28, 2017. Finance Minister say transfer sent and lands to CHEC to China firm settled. Then he went on to say over here, let me get up this thing here. What did they can, yeah, let me go over here. This is what he said over here now. Finance Minister, the former Finance Minister, let me put the former Finance Minister Audley Shaw says the government has now speed up the transfer and deal with China Harbour Engineering Company CHEC of lands at Mammee Bay in under 50-year, $700 million deal agreement that Jamaica entered into with the China firm to build the North-South Highway. You see it? Them give a property. They gave away property just because they want to build a highway. Environmentalist basin, according to the transfer in 2015, when the government introduced that, had begun to have the lands which were west of the fourth zone of Dunn's River Fall transferred to CHEC. These lands are settled on one of Jamaica's most important limestone. You hear? One of Jamaica's most important limestone. And they're giving that away. They're giving that away to the Chinese. All because of land. And all because of road. All because of road. It went on to say that where the giveaway, the late Marcus Garvey, national hero, grandfather's houses on the property. You can go to Google and Google it. This was published on March 28, 2017. We're going to fast forward to now. And I want you to listen to what is going on. I take off this off of here. I stop that off of here. Let me go to this now. Jabem, headed by Dr. Devon Taylor, mount a protest I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday, where they saw some bulldozer. It reminds me of when when I was a little boy growing up. You know, let me not say that because somebody in my family gonna call me and tell me Jeffrey shouldn't do it. Anyway, they saw bulldozers and construction apparatus bulldozing down the woodlands in Mammee Bay because the Chinese company gonna build some luxury houses and some supermarkets. And let me make something clear to you this afternoon. But when the Chinese they do that, you know what that signifies? All like me and you can't go buy nothing over there. We can't go over there because that is the enclave of the Chinese people and the Chinese government. I want you to listen to what is going on. Why some Jamaicans, not all, some Jamaicans decide to take to the streets. And these are the things that we need to take to the streets for and demand accountability. The former Minister of Finance, the Chinese, they dictate to them what property they want. The North-South Highway. In order for them to sign the deal of a $700 million US, Jamaica had also give the Chinese something. And Jamaica gave the Chinese historic property in Mammee Bay, in St. Ann. That is what is going on in our country here. They sell the country bit by bit. I want you to listen to this. Because when I saw it this morning, I was shocked. I want you to listen to this, please.
To other news now, reports have surfaced that the China Harbour Engineering Company has begun clearing woodland on the Roaring Estate in St. Ann to make way for a luxury housing development. Now, this has sparked protests led by the Jamaica Birthright Environmental Movement, which is questioning the government's decision to grant environmental permits for the project. Joel Crosskill has the details.
The Jamaica Beach Birthright Environment Movement, JABEM, again raised the volume on its advocacy with a recent protest at Roaring River in St. Ann, its latest attempt to protect territories of ecological and historical importance on the island. JABEM President Dr. Devon Taylor says greater pride of place for Jamaican interests must be afforded to sites such as these.
So today, we're standing up. We're standing up for our community steer town. We're standing up for Jamaica. Because what we do see here is a destruction of not only our ecological heritage, but destruction of, our water resources. The Wayabuna watershed is a protected area. And we are seeing tractors rolling, destroying our watershed. Water is life and water is security. And so we are lending our voice to the community of Steeltown and all the communities around that JABEM will not stand idle by while the government hand over 167 acres of prime property, prime watershed to the Chinese to build 800 houses that will destroy our watershed.
For JABEM Outreach Officer Damien Coombs, himself a resident of the nearby Steertown community, the potential impact hits even closer to home.
This area is where Marcus Garvey's father is from. And we have stories of Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey's wife, Amy Jackie, says that Marcus Garvey was raised in the Roaring River area where he could hear when the river roared. So Marcus Garvey was raised here. So this is not just a socio-economic issue. This is not just a logistical issue. This is not just an environmental issue, but this is an ancestral issue. This is an issue of our heritage.
As part of the deal with China Harbour Engineering Company CHEC to build the north-south link of Highway 2000, approximately 200 acres of land in Mammee Bay, St. Ann, that was previously owned by the Urban Development Corporation UDC, was transferred to the international construction juggernauts.
We're not anti-development. This project could be easily moved to any other area along the north coast or further inland. You do not build on a watershed. Now, the Dunn's River is listed as an ecological sensitive area, and this sits right adjacent to Johns River. All the aquifers are interconnected, so we cannot sacrifice the people over money. We cannot do that when we have options. So we have asked the government to move the project elsewhere, because this is not about work. It's about environmental justice.
Jabem says that the communities in the immediate project environment vociferously rejected the housing development during an environmental impact assessment meeting earlier this year and have subsequently sent numerous written responses to NEPA, highlighting a variety of concerns. Dr. Taylor adds that additional support is being sought.
We are aligning with all the environmental agencies across Jamaica. This is the beginning. So we're in this for the long haul. As long as it will take us to push back and have the government change their minds on this foolish product, foolish endeavor that you're doing, we will be in here, and we are prepared to take legal actions as well.
Joel Crosskill, CVM News.
You hear what's going on? You hear though? The UDC, in order for them, can you send me the video, please? Please, Miss Green, send me the video. You have my number. I want to see the video because somebody did send me something, but I think I overlooked it. But send it to me, please. Now you see what is going on? A watershed, you know. The country don't have no water already according to them. The people of the country have no water according to them. And they have given away over 200 acres of taxpayers' property to the Chinese. They don't ask any question. The Chinese go up in the area, you know, and take a map of Jamaica and go up in here in a helicopter or the drone or whatever they want to call it. And they look around what is going on in Jamaica. And that's what they did. So the government of Jamaica gave to the Chinese 200 acres of land with a deal of $700 million to build the North-South Highway. And on that land that they gave to the Chinese, it's a watershed. And the Chinese are going to build 800 residential houses. I like me, you can't go there, you know. You're going to see a flag flying there. Not of the Jamaican flag, though. Is what is going on in this country. Good question. Where are the Jamaican people? Them silent. They're silent. Dr. Devon Taylor, I reached out to him, but he's unable to come on the program because he's in a travel status. But this is what is going on at Mammee Bay. I want to play the video again, make you listen to the video, you know. Because this deal was signed by the former Minister of Finance, Audley Shaw. A $700 million deal. And in that deal, to build the North-South Highway, they have to give up 200 acres of Jamaican people property. Listen to this.
News now reports have surfaced that the China Harbour Engineering Company has begun clearing woodland on the Roaring Estate in St. Anne to make way for a luxury housing development. Now, this has sparked protests led by the Jamaica Birthright Environmental Movement, which is questioning the government's decision to grant environmental permits for the project. Joel Crosskill has the details.
The Jamaica Beach Birthright Environment Movement, JABEM, again raised the volume on its advocacy with a recent protest at Roaring River in St. Anne, its latest attempt to protect territories of ecological and historical importance on the island. JABEM President Dr. Devon Taylor says greater pride of place for Jamaican interests must be afforded to sites such as these.
So today, we're standing up. We're standing up for our community steer town. We're standing up for Jamaica. Because what we do see here is a destruction of not only our ecological heritage, but destruction of, our water resources. The Royal Bruno watershed is a protected area. and we are seeing tractors rolling, destroying our watershed. Water is life and water is security. And so we are lending our voice to the community of Steeltown and all the communities around that Jabem will not stand idle by while the government hand over 167 acres of prime property, prime watershed to the Chinese to build 800 houses that will destroy our watershed.
For Jabem Outreach Officer Damien Coombs, himself a resident of the nearby Steertown community, the potential impact hits even closer to home.
This area is where Marcus Garvey's father is from. And we have stories of Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey's wife, Amy Jackie, says that Marcus Garvey was raised in the Roaring River area where he could hear when the river roared. So Marcus Garvey was raised here. So this is not just a socio-economic issue. This is not just a logistical issue. This is just not just an environmental issue, but this is an ancestral issue. This is an issue of our heritage.
As part of the deal with China Harbour Engineering Company CHEC to build the north-south link of Highway 2000, approximately 200 acres of land in Mammee Bay, St. Anne, that was previously owned by the Urban Development Corporation UDC, was transferred to the international construction juggernauts.
We're not anti-development. This project could be easily moved to any other area along the north coast or further inland. You do not build on a watershed. Now, the Dunn River is listed as an ecological sensitive area, and this sits right adjacent to Dunn River. All the aquifers are interconnected, so we cannot sacrifice the people over money. We cannot do that when we have options. So we have asked the government to move the project elsewhere because this is not about work. It's about environmental justice.
Jabem says that the communities in the immediate project environment vociferously rejected the housing development during an environmental impact assessment meeting earlier this year and have subsequently sent numerous written responses to NEPA, highlighting a variety of concerns. Dr. Taylor adds that additional support is being sought.
We are aligning with all the environmental agencies across Jamaica. This is the beginning. So we're in this for the long haul. As long as it will take us to push back and have the government change their minds on this foolish product, foolish endeavor that they're doing, we will be in here and we will action.
Joel Crosskill, CVM News.
You know, when you listen to this, somebody in the chat room is saying that the Jamaican people don't know what is going on. You know where I find this article? In the Jamaica Observer. And majority of Jamaica, well, I should say all of Jamaica, have a smartphone. Some of them have iPhone. How they get money for buy iPhone, I don't know. But they have iPhone. So don't come and tell me so they don't know. We need to read. The two political parties must be asked this question when they're signing deals with the Chinese government. What sort of deals are they signing? Now, they sign a deal for 200 acres of land to be given to the China construction company because of a highway that they're building. The people never asked for the highway. The Jamaican people never asked for the highway. Thank you very much. The Jamaican people never asked for the highway. So me want to know. We don't ask for the highway. So how is it that you decide to sign away watershed properties that belongs to the government, belongs to the people of Jamaica? And we know nothing about it. We know nothing about it, but you decided to sign it away to the Chinese. And now they're building luxury houses and supermarkets. What are they doing now? They're building an enclave, if I'm pronouncing the word properly, of Chinese people in that area. Well, like me, you can't go there. That's what is going on in Jamaica. And the UDC, The Urban Development Corporation of Jamaica. There's an act that you know what I need to do? I need to look up on the act. That when they're signing deals, if they're supposed to, if they're supposed to address the people, come to the people about it. And they did not. They did not come to nobody about this land. Now they're going to build 800 residential houses on a watershed. Thank you very much. I saw it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Greenie. Thank you. Huh? Now they're going to sell. Now they're going to sign a deal that $700 million is put up by the Chinese. Apparently so. And 200 acres of prime property in Mammee Bay in St. Anne's must be given up. It's a watershed. Prime Minister Holness, how you and former Minister Audley Shaw can sign off on something like this and the Jamaican people know nothing about it? The two political parties have been signing deals in this country that we know nothing about. When the PNP in there did the same thing. The JLP doing the same thing. That is why I don't hear the PNP say a damn thing about what is going on in Mammee Bay. Huh? And that is why Dr. Devon Taylor, I'm going to play back this video again, man. That is why Dr. Devon Taylor of Jabem take to the streets. It should be more Jamaicans out there. It should be more Jamaicans out there protesting against this. How the hell can you take up prime properties, a watershed, a historic area? Jamaica, you say Jamaica short of water, the Jamaican people have no water. But you not give this, you not sign this deal to the Chinese. But in 2024, majority of our people don't have no water in their pipe. Listen to this.
Reports have surfaced that the China Harbour Engineering Company has begun clearing woodland on the Roaring Estate in St. Anne to make way for a luxury housing development. Now, this has sparked protests led by the Jamaica Birthright Environmental Movement, which is questioning the government's decision to grant environmental permits for the project. Joel Crosskill has the details.
The Jamaica Beach Birthright Environment Movement JABEM again raised the volume on its advocacy with a recent protest at Roaring River in St. Anne, its latest attempt to protect territories of ecological and historical importance on the island. JABEM President Dr. Devon Taylor says greater pride of place for Jamaican interests must be afforded to sites such as these.
So today we're standing up. We're standing up for our community steer town. We're standing up for Jamaica. Because what we do see here is a destruction of not only our ecological heritage, but destruction of, our water resources. The Royal watershed is a protected area. And we are seeing tractors rolling, destroying our watershed. Water is life and water is security. And so we are lending our voice to the community of Steeltown and all the communities around that JABEM will not stand idle by while the government hand over 168.7 acres of prime property, prime watershed to the Chinese to build 800 houses that will destroy our watershed.
For JABEM Outreach Officer,
needs to build 800 houses of prime property, prime water voice to the community of Steeltown and all the communities around that JABEM will not stand idle by while the government hand over 168.7 acres of prime property, prime watershed to the Chinese to build 800 houses that will destroy our watershed.
For JABEM Outreach Officer Damien Coombs, himself a resident of the nearby Steertown community, the potential impact hits even closer to home.
This area is where Marcus Garvey's father is from. And we have stories of Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey's wife, Amy Jackie, says that Marcus Garvey was raised in the Roaring River area where he could hear when the river roared. So Marcus Garvey was raised here. So this is not just a socio-economic issue. This is not just a logistical issue. This is not just an environmental issue, but this is an ancestral issue. This is an issue of our heritage.
As part of the deal with China Harbour Engineering Company CHEC to build the north-south link of Highway 2000, approximately 200 acres of land in Mammee Bay, St. Anne, that was previously owned by the Urban Development Corporation UDC, was transferred to the international construction juggernauts.
We're not anti-development. This project could be easily moved to any other area along the north coast or further inland. You do not build on a watershed. Now, the Dunn River is listed as an ecological sensitive area, and this sits right adjacent to Dunn River. All the aquifers are interconnected, so we cannot sacrifice the people over money. We cannot do that when we have options. So we have asked the government to move the project elsewhere, because this is not about work. It's about environmental justice.
Jabem says that the communities in the immediate project environment vociferously rejected the housing development during an environmental impact assessment meeting earlier this year and have subsequently sent numerous written responses to NEPA, highlighting a variety of concerns. Dr. Taylor adds that additional support is being sought.
We are aligning with all the environmental agencies across Jamaica. This is the beginning. So we're in this for the long haul. As long as it will take us to push back and have the government change their minds on this foolish product, foolish endeavor that you're doing, we will be in here and we are prepared to take legal actions as well.
When you look on the crowd out there, you think you'll see a lot more Jamaicans standing up. You think you'll see a lot more people from St. Anne's, from Steertown, and other people standing up. Dr. Taylor apologized. He can't be on the program to speak to us. But I know he sent me something here that I want to play that all of you can hear it. But one moment for me, please. Let me do something here. I don't know what's going on. Yes, I'm still here. I'm just saying to you that you all can hear me. Let me know. There, Dr. Devon Taylor sent me a voice note that I want you all to listen to. Okay. One moment for me, please. Let me make you all can hear it, because you think that Jamaicans will be out there in their numbers speaking out against this. Well, I tell you all the time, what Jamaicans must stand up for, they don't stand up for, They don't stand up for it. You can sign away 200 acres of prime land with a watershed on it. God help us. Hold on there. Listen to this.
About the irresponsible, negligent action of the Jamaican government by giving the permit to CHEC, the China Harbour Engineering Company, to construct over 800 houses and 167 acres of secondary forests on the Ribuna watershed in St. Anne. This is the Ribuna watershed, which is right where the Roaring River is. This watershed is very important for water security for Northeast St. Anne, and we're very concerned about that. We're seeing.
You hear what he said? This watershed is important for Northeast St. Anne. When we speak there, this watershed is important for Northeast St. Anne. And this government, led by Michael Andrew Holness and the former Minister of Finance, signed away 200 acres of prime property with a watershed on it to the Chinese government, all in the name of building highway. Did the people ask them to build no highway give them? When the Minister Jeffrey sound literate, but I'm not sound literate. Did the people of this country ask this government or any other government to build any highway give it? I want to sign away the lands. Let's do what Dr. Devon Taylor is saying.
That the tractors have already started to clear the forest. Now this will destroy a very important piece of the Warrabuda watershed. It will destroy a lot of ecological sensitive species. It's going to destroy aquifers. It's also a very cultural space. The space is where Marcus Garvey grandparents and Marcus Garvey parents were born. And we from the community of Steertown also know that this is where Marcus Garvey was also born. So the area is not only ecological and environmental sensitive, carries a lot of cultural significance as well. And so we're deeply concerned that this development is going to impact a watershed. And we know that most of the watershed in Jamaica are degraded. So why would you be given permit to build on a watershed when that construction could go on in other areas that are not ecological sensitive? So we're really calling upon Jamaicans at home and Jamaicans abroad and friends of Jamaica to help us to advocate for the removal of that permit, to rescind the permit, so the Jamaican government will protect the integrity of its environment, both on an ecological and cultural level for its people.
Now tell me something now. Jamaica is having a water problem according to them. We're 62 years old. And they see it fit. It seems that the Chinese said to them, so listen to me. This is what I want. The Chinese go up in the air in the helicopters. And they look down, and Jamaica have the map of Jamaica look down. And they have the capability to know where the watersheds are. So they told the government of Jamaica, this is what I want. I want where Mammee Bay is, where the watershed is. And the people of Northeast St. Ann is crying because they don't have no water. And you believe that they will get up off of their rolls and go out there and protest against this. They sit down and don't say a word. Few people get up. Few people get up. Huh? Few people get up and go out there. They gave away 200 acres of prime property where the Rio Mino is, where Dunn's River is, a watershed. Like up the live, man. Like up the live. Share this live. Make everybody hear it. Share this live. This is important. Share this live to people. Make them see what is going on. Share up this live. These are the things that we're protesting for in New York come August 30th. These are the things we're going to protest for. We cannot stand by and allow this to continue. These are the things that we're going to come in, we're going to stand up for. No petty business where they're going. No dibby things were going on. We're gonna stand up for this country. I know what it's like not have to water, don't have no water in my pipe. The people of the Vumva and the Vumva them have tank and water. But poor people have none. And that is why people must get up and speak out. You can take up 200 acres of prime property to give to the Chinese to build 800 luxury residential houses for them and their family and a watershed. That means to them, hello, them no out of water for life, you know. I tell you all the while, you must ask the two political parties how much they sell the Jamaican people for. You're laughing at me. 200 acres of prime property is being given away. Signed under this administration. And we're going to dig up more. Because under this administration alone, do things, you know. The other administration do something too. We have to pay for the highway, I understand. But there must be other properties you can give to them. And not which genius came to them and said to them, say hello. Hello. We need to build a highway, you know, into St. Anne. And when you build the highway, you know, we have to not give the Chinese them some land. Which person get money under the tables from the Chinese them? Which person in government get money under the table from the Chinese pertaining to the land in Mammee Bay? Because don't tell me that NEPA and the UDC never said to the minister, say, listen to me, we can't give away that, you know. Because it is prime property, that's where the watershed is. And the people have sent and they have no water. But you can't give the Chinese them. You can't give the Chinese them 200 acres of property to them. Let's get away. Let's give it away because it's nothing. Let's give it away. Huh? 200 acres. Oh, Jesus. $200 acres of prime property. We're going to get Dr. Devon Taylor to come on the program here. Speak to us some more about it. 200 acres. And that is why Dr. Devon Taylor sent this voice note for all of us to understand the importance of that property. I want you all to listen to what he's saying.
Jabem is deeply concerned about the irresponsible, negligent action of the Jamaican government by giving the permit to CHEC, the China Harbour Engineering Company, to construct over 800 houses and 167 acres of secondary forests on the Ribuna watershed in St. Anne. This is the Ribuna watershed, which is right where the Rowan River is. This watershed is very important for water security for Northeast St. Anne. And we're very concerned about that. We're seeing that the tractors have already started to clear the forest. Now, this will destroy a very important piece of the Warrawood watershed. It will destroy a lot of ecological sensitive species. It's going to destroy aquifers. It's also a very cultural space. The spaces where Marcus Garvey grandparents and Marcus Garvey parents were born. And we from the community of Steertown also know that this is where Marcus Garvey was also born. So the area is not only ecological and environmental sensitive, there is a lot of cultural significance as well. And so we are deeply concerned that this development is going to impact a watershed. And we know that most of the watershed in Jamaica are degraded. So why would you be given permit to build on a watershed when that construction could go on in other areas that are not ecological sensitive? So we're really calling upon Jamaicans at home and Jamaicans abroad and friends of Jamaica to help us to advocate for the removal of that permit, to rescind the permit, so the Jamaican government will protect the integrity of its environment, both on an ecological and cultural level for its people.
You know, when you listen to this, and then you have people coming on social media and talking all sort of damn stupidness about who want seat in a parliament for who no want seat in a parliament. And we must not disgrace Jamaica overseas. Huh? You're so correct. PNP do 32 years and the JLP do 30. What have the Jamaican people gained from it? That is why we must stand in solidarity with Dr. Devon Taylor and others and come out in your numbers on June 30th in New York and protest against this. The Jamaican people are crying that they don't have no water. Are you going to take up 200 acres of prime property with a watershed on it to give away to China? For them to build 800 residential houses on the property? On August 30th, 30. This is what is going on in our country. We must not be distracted by the naysayers. We must stand up for this piece of rock. We must not be distracted by the dibby saying. We must not be distracted by propaganda that cannot be proven. We must stand up for what we believe in and stand up for this piece of rock. Which member of parliament, which government official in our country get money under the table to sell out Jamaica to the Chinese? Especially the watershed. We must not be distracted, my people. We must not be distracted by the naysayers. We must stand up for this piece of rock. And they may come at you because they crucified Jesus, And they say all manner of things against Jesus. So who are we? Who are we not for them to say anything about us? No man is perfect. The only man is perfect is Almighty God. And when he was on earth, they say all manner of evil against him. But he stand up, he brush off and stand up and speak out. Let us brush off and stand up and speak out. Let us not be distracted by anybody. But let us put our eyes forward. And to the prize we shall go. Let us stand up for this rock and carry on the work of the late Marcus Mosiah Garvey and Nanny of the Maroon and Paul Bogle and others. You can give away 200 acres of prime property, a watershed when the people of St. Ann have no water. The people of St. Anne's have no water. You may believe, say lie, Jeffrey, that tell me, hello, go Google it. Go to Google and Google who signed away the 800, the 200 acres of land to the Chinese for them to build luxurious apartment or luxury houses. I'm not the one who did it. It's in the paper. It's in the Jamaica Observer. And this is what it said. Just give me a few minutes, I can find it and I can read it too now. I'm going to read all of it. Here it is. Finance Minister Audley Shaw, he was then Finance Minister. Then Finance Minister Audley Shaw says that the government is now suited up to transfer the deed, God Almighty, to transfer, dear God in heaven, the deed with the Chinese government. Let me read it, the Chinese government. Finance Minister Audley Shaw says the government has now will have to transfer a deal with the China Harbour Engineering Company CHEC for lands at Mammee Bay in St. Ann under a 50-year, $700 million construction agreement that Jamaica entered into with the Chinese firm to build the North-South Highway. To build the North-South Highway. You hear that? To build the North-South Highway. My God Almighty. The lands are seated on one of Jamaica's most important limestone. The land is sit down for one of Jamaica's most important limestone. On the Rio Minna River. Also joining is the historic value of the Marcus Garvey grandfather's property. Where his family was enslaved. China aimed to build on these lands and in some doing will upset the water system in the Rio Minna watershed management unit. And you hear nothing from the government pertaining to this. Nobody knew that this was being signed. Not a soul knew it was being signed. And the people of St. Ann, northeast or northwest St. Ann, has no water. I'm going to get in contact with, I think Miss Gabriella Morris is running for that area, you know. I have to get in contact with her. But what is going on in Jamaica? So when people get up, they can talk about them are die-hearted, this and die-hearted that. And there's a bunch of idiots. Because when them done with we, God help we. When they're done with us, God help us. You are going to sign a deal, and you're telling me that there's no other lands in St. Ann that you could use. Huh? There's no other lands in St. Ann they could use. I'm telling you, the Chinese, they go up in the helicopter with a map of Jamaica, and they fly around the country. Sometimes on some private helicopter in the air. They're flying around the country to see what they can get. And they must come back to somebody in the Vumva and say, tell them, you must build a road from Timbuktu to Timbuktu. And then build the road them. But in the construction of the roads, there has to be some deal signed. And we sit down and don't say nothing because we're party in a power. When they're done with we, dog nyam with supper. I don't believe that this could happen in any other modern democracy. You believe. Good afternoon, welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. You're live.
Afternoon, Monkey Perkins. Let me tell you something. Good afternoon.
Well,
you see licky. You and me there, man. You see licky. I want hell of a something, you know. And me, you know. I used to show me I was interested and I stop it for my finals in the money. We did this again and all. Me and you and we 6 and 5 we have to make up to get around 20 million. To do the house. To get a house, you know. Because you have to Jamaica again, you know. Jamaica not to Jamaica not to Jamaicans again, you know. And just watch God on time. You saw the whole of them are fade way. And I look. God just give them God on time, man. It might sound away, like me can't read all right. But my Uncle Sam just goes and just give them money when they owe China. And so they owe China for that. Uncle Sam just give them the money when they owe China. I say, like, you know what? They control that and that and that and whatsoever anyway because too much conflict of interest. Yeah.
And people don't say, Jeffrey, you're chatting nonsense. Jamaica is a sovereign country, see? Yeah. Whatever deal Jamaica go into with any other country, if Jamaica decide to build a solar power plant and they don't see it fit to come to the American government to borrow the money, they see it fit to go to the Chinese. And
exactly.
In signing that deal to get the loan from the Chinese, some hanky panky go on.
Always, because I do the Chinese. I don't know. Yes, sir. All right then. All right.
Some hanky panky go on. And they decide to take how much acre land from Jamaica for the solar plant, but they don't sign, but they don't build. Because they will get a certain amount of money, you know. Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, Jamaica must come up with something. So what Jamaica come up with is the land. No, the Jamaican government don't ask the Jamaican people nothing. So when Jamaica get themselves in a while, look how something smells stink, like Riverton. You believe America not come in and say anything to them? They signed that deal as a sovereign state. You understand what I mean?
Yes, man.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead now.
Well, yes, you know, all right, we live up further, right? We have across Naples and we see the Indian reservation land and anything. Nobody not trouble them, the people in the land there. And really for years, Jeffrey. The land, you know, because them call the rivers of grass, you know. On a saw grass, and go cross over, and you get all the whole of them place, and this is okay, land them and the whole of them land there. And nobody trouble them, things like that. And then notice the Chinese, you know, they feel like they're very smart, you know. They take the land in the water, so
are we alone smarter than we?
Exactly. And then, you know, which part the waters, the water, the watershed them there.
Me no
Because
blame.
them good with
And
water.
listen to me. My brother, I'm not cut you off, you know. Let me tell you something. I do not blame the Chinese. You know why I don't blame them? Because a Chinese man can see a Jamaican right now and say to him, say, look here, XQYZ, I give you some money for go take down the boy Jeffrey. The Jamaican go take down Jeffrey. God forbid.
Yeah, man.
It's
Yeah,
the same
man.
way.
Yeah, God forbid.
I'll tell you don't know, you know. The first, not really the first, but a Jamaican woman owned a wholesale downtown Kingston. And she also sell it. Because you know why? Her own Jamaicans support her. But when they want sitting for trust, they come to her. What they do, you know, is go to the Chinese store and buy what they want to buy. But when they have no money, they come to she and trust. Then I come and she come when they have the money, you know.
If you know our own downfall.
We are our own downfall.
Yeah, man. We are our own downfall, man. And the bottom road is, and it might sound lightly, licky.
Of course we are.
We go like we pour that, you know.
You have some people, you mustn't talk bad about their party, you know. Because the party is the saint of all saints. Well, my man, I can tell you something, you know. Neither PNP nor JLP never give me nothing yet. I don't name nothing from PNP nor JLP.
That's what you have to do. Yeah, that's what you have to do. What you have to do. And that's why I always compare a program before me even start talking. If I tell you, say, you must always remember, Jeffrey. I tell your wife to remind you. Say, if you play the mad cobra. Because we have to talk. The key thing that the Vumba V or the Vumba Va. Nobody above the law. We have to talk. That's what your program say. Mek Wi Talk. A reason, you know. Mek Wi Talk.
Yeah, me not play it. How the hell can you sign away 200 acres of taxpayers' property? The people of Jamaica never tell us they want no highway, you know. You go build highway, give it. Because you see it fit to build highway. And yet, you sign away a watershed. Huh? And the people of Jamaica have no water in the pipe. The people of Central have no water in the pipe. And we're 62 years old.
Yes,
help us.
Let me tell you something. This is just like we see the rule of them because the spirit of going on the road right now. Anybody with taste power and want to come out and hold it in they want to come out here. They will do anything and that go on the road right now. And notice all of the leaders them are turned dictators them.
Yeah. All right, man. I have my next call coming in. Thank you for calling in.
All right. God bless. Take care.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. You're live.
Good afternoon, Jeffrey.
Good afternoon, ma'am. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. This is Timon calling in. I have to call and say a few about the Chinese, right?
Go ahead, ma'am.
Because first is not understanding this is the same Chinese company that buy out the wharf.
Yeah.
Right? So they are the ones that own the wharf fully now. So Jamaica do not own the wharf. So that's why we don't control what goes in or out of our own country. And then, on top of that, how many persons, those persons who are not living in Jamaica, right? You have families there. Ask them to tell you how many black persons are Jamaican own a business in each of the towns. That's something that everybody needs to do. Stone, that's in Clarendon, Christiana, Mandeville, Manchester, Kingston, every single area that you go in Jamaica, the Chinese control every food entity. It's just a few persons you can count on one hand in each town, the amount of black persons or Jamaicans who own and operate a business in Jamaica at this moment.
Because you know why too, ma'am?
Uh-huh.
You know why too? Let me tell you something. I said it a while ago. You can open up on wholesale in where you come from now and see if you get the support.
But they are complaining about the price, right? I'm saying that the Chinese selling it
and
cheap.
go to the Chinese man and get it for little and nothing according to them. But
guess where the problem is?
But when they don't have no money, they come and they want trust, but they come by when they have money though.
But that's not the big deal. Here's the big deal now, Jeffrey. Remember, who controls the port? The Chinese. So when they import a whole container of slippers, for example, they can sell the slippers for $50. Now, I know as a Jamaican will have to import that slippers and pay the fee to send it, the fee to clear it, cost of gas to go and collect it. So I would have to put back all of those expenses together to come up with one solid price to sell and make back a profit. While the Chinese are not paying tax.
And not only that, my dear. If you own a wholesale business, you see, and I come and say to you, let me come together and buy a container full of stuff and we bring it in. You don't tell me no, because in your mind, Jeffrey no want thief you. In a Jeffrey mind, if I come to me, Jeffrey no say, boy, she don't want thief me. We don't come together as a people. You see, if we as Jamaicans could come together, oh, what a marvelous nation would be. But we as divided as the politics in our country.
Because what the Chinese do, you know, as you said it, they work together. So like in the town, when you have like 15, 20, 30 supermarkets, when they're shipping stuff, they ship it together. Because let's say I go to a Chinese supermarket and I say I need a case of soda, and this one don't have soda. They send up the road and collect the soda and sell it to you. And then pay that next supermarket next door. I watch them do that like every single day.
All right. But we not do that, you know. Because if you not have no
That's
soda,
the thing.
you not say good save at the supermarket because Jeffrey have it down there. So you not do it. But they will do it.
So I was telling somebody this morning that we are our biggest enemy when you think about it at times, because who is preventing us from getting to reach a certain level in the country. And then another thing, Jeffrey, the Chinese should not be putting tax, right? They should not be putting tax on any product that they are selling while in the process of the 5-year free, tax-free thing in Jamaica. So if my government is not taking tax from you, you are not supposed to tax the product until the 5-year period is end.
Then, my dear, let me tell you something. You see, and that is why I keep on saying to my fellow Jamaicans, and I will not apologize for what I am going to say. Who don't like what I say, you don't have to come back on my program. I don't care. When you have a government that give people tax-free incentive for 5 years or 10 years, and they turn back around, buy goods and sell it to you with GCT money, who is to be blamed?
The government.
Thank you. Who is the government?
The people.
The people is the government, and we sit down, and all we can do is listen to gossip about our one another, chat about our one another, and we don't do nothing to stop what is going on in the country. You believe that if it was some other modern democracy, and you as a Chinese individual or a Chinese national is getting tax-free incentive, and you are having a wholesale and charging the people of the country tax, you believe the people won't get up and start talking about it? No, we not do it. Because all we want all we want here is who there with who in a parliament, from who not there with who in a parliament, from who there with this, from who do this, from who do that. You know, hear say that they're going down there, so uno watch this channel there, uno hear say that the black of him in a design. That's all we want to hear. We don't think about.
They're not educating themselves. And just how they do it, Jeffrey. The Chinese do it like this. You don't see one set of Chinese for too long.
No.
This is how they do it. So one set of Chinese come in, they take the 5-year period, when they still like a 3, 4 going to 5 years, that set moves and then a new set come in. So they will then grab that opportunity of getting that 5 years. So they are using it like this little cycle going where I run out, you run in. I work the money, bring it back to China, you run in. So they are ripping off Jamaica, and the stupid government has seen that. Because you never ever see one set of Chinese people in the country for too long. And you see, once a Chinese set of people occupy a building there free, you never get it back for them. You cannot get it out of their hands. It's like in the town. It's years now, Jeffrey. I've been trying to get a little plaza or a little station to set up a little business. And you can't. You cannot get it nowhere because guess what? Every single time you see one building put up vacancy or anything, the Chinese already paid down on it. And you see, let's say they are charging $10,000 for the building. The Chinese give them $30,000.
All right.
So the Chinese triple the payment because the Chinese see the value. So I always be quarreling with the people in town and say, listen, you feel like what? If you have that piece of park and it looks old, and a man willing to pay you 3 times the price, you know what it is valuable? It's valuable, you just don't see it.
Another thing I get it. Sorry, another thing again, when you have a wholesale running, and the Chinese are smart, because big sale, small profit. We not do that, We own a wholesale, and don't get £1 and over with a charge for it. The Chinese them now is selling a bulk and buying a bulk because you know why? They know that they're making back money. Now, when it comes on to the 5-year grace period for the Chinese people, I blame Jamaica's first female prime minister. She was the one who signed that deal. That they will be in the country tax-free for 5 years. I don't think I lie me I tell. I can't come back to me say I lie. Google it.
Jeffrey, in every other country, right? The citizens come first, right?
Thank you.
So, for example, in the Cayman Islands, you see, if there's a job advertising, the Caymanians have to first refuse it before we Jamaicans can get it.
Let me give you
see, if there's a building advertising, they first have to go after it before we can get it. Is what let we get in other people's country?
Let me give you a history about Cayman, my dear, because I live in Cayman for many years. If you, as a Jamaican citizen, want to go to Cayman to open a business, it's a 60-40 thing. Caymanian get 60%,
that's true.
and you as Jamaican get 40%. In other words, you can't go to Cayman as a Jamaican citizen to go open a business like that. Not an American, You have to have a Caymanian with you. Jamaica was in charge of Cayman back in the days. And when Jamaica's two educated person, Buster and Norman, we not apologize either. Too damn fool. When Buster and Norman decided said Jamaica must go independent, Cayman said no. But we gone independent. And we say to hell with Britain. Look at Cayman now. Cayman is still under the British government. And Cayman, all right. Cayman do not have a waterfall to get water.
No, not at all.
Buy water from overseas. But what Cayman do? Cayman put their people first. You
of course, 100%.
Cayman say no open a business and you don't have a Cayman and partner. In Jamaica, any fly by night, pitch by day, criminal can't go to Jamaica open a business down there.
That's true.
So when
and also
hold on for me, darling, I'll make it talk. So when you hear that the Chinese are coming to Jamaica and they have tax incentive free and whatever, blame on the government, both farmer and present. Not blame one. Go ahead, darling.
Yeah, and I'm saying even the simple thing like the beach access, right? Between every single building, even the most top class condos and hotels, no matter what the business is, you have to have a public beach access. You cannot prevent the people from entering to go to the beach.
Thank you.
And I even take a picture to send to show you, to show the people that it's not a joke. We're supposed to have access to our beaches 100% in Jamaica. Not even that.
Cayman have 7 Mile Beach, just like Negril. 7 miles of white sand beach. And you think none of the hotels in Cayman, the hotels that they have down there, could stop Caymanians from going on the beach?
No, you can't. You can't. But this Chinese thing in Jamaica, it's really getting out of hand, because guess what? A piece of land was for sale, and I went to the person and was asking the person about the land. And the person said, oh, it's for sale, but I'll have to talk to some people. And the following 2 weeks' time, I passed back and I stopped. The man said to me, say, you know, the Chinese, them buy it to make some business place. So I said, listen, you people are the problem in the country, because look now, you sold the land to a stranger while your own is here want it. They said, no, guess what? I was selling it for X amount and the Chinese triple the money. I say, are you dumb? You must realize that there is something about land why the Chinese want to come in and take over all our lands. Because they're talking about water shortage. You know, Jamaica have a lot of sources where we can get the water to supply every single human being in Jamaica. But it's just that they're not applying the knowledge and they're not investing in the Jamaica people.
Because you know why? I'll tell you something, my dear. From 1932 until now, we have been swapping black man for monkey in this country. Some people don't like what I say, but it's the truth. No better barrel, no better herring. Because if you mean the people any good, Jamaica is well renowned around the world of the land of wood and water. Amen. You mean the people any good, both PNP and JLP, you can't talk chat to me, no, I don't care. You would have done something enough to make sure the people have water in their pipes. The two political parties to be blamed for the downfall of this country when they come on to water. I don't care who I'm Bex. Who I'm Bex,
But Jeffrey,
please.
St. Anne, right?
Yes, ma'am.
St. Anne. Did you know that St. Anne has so much river? Like, when I say river and spring, when I think about river and spring, St. Anne have a whole lot of them. From Southwest St. Anne going back to Cave Valley, going all over. You know the amount of rivers. You see, even Alston, right? They have a water supply. One of those, what they call it? The pump house. They have a major pump house in Alston, Clarendon. And you see that same river that they connect the pump house to is the same river that runs through Cave Valley, going down that side. Cave Valley bounce down that end. So that river never dry. It's never dry. And they have another water supply place. When that supply Christian and Stallings, it's the same river link up. There are so many rivers. And guess what? They have that major pump house. It's near Christiana. For most persons who know Christiana. And it supplies Christiana, Stallings, and even beyond Christiana and Stallings. And Silent Hill. Right? It's like walking distance to the pump. And you know that Silent Hill do not have running water at this modern day in 2024. Silent Hill do not. Silent Hill, which is border Clarendon, Manchester. So part of Silent Hill is Clarendon, right?
So and
one area is Manchester.
So the border between Manchester, Clarendon, and where again?
St. Anne. So this is the area where you're here to Clarendon, Manchester, St. Anne, Trelawney. It's like you are so close to all of this border in the southwest side.
All right. So
southwest St. Anne.
Those people who live in that area still vote for the two political parties.
You know the protest recently about it, and yes, they vote.
So
but nothing happened when they get to the party.
So tell me something over there. Who is the biggest fool in this now?
The people.
All right.
The people are the fools. And they are not realizing, and the more you tell them, they say, oh, because they're liberal, oh, because they're PNP. This have nothing to do with labor right or PNP. If I eat orange and I get sick and I eat mango and I get sick, why should I choose between mango and orange? It don't make any sense. Because look at it now.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Running water, you have to buy. You see, but you know those little, they have these white tanks that come with the grill around it, that they sell the bleach or stuff inside. And then people that can't afford a big tank would buy those little white thing with the grill around it. You get like 2 or 3 of that on a trip, and you have to pay like $7,000 for that.
And you still go for it? No.
Yes. And the pump house is within walking distance. The Alston pump house is near to that area that I'm telling you. And the big water supply pump house that supplies Pauline, Christian, and probably Mandeville same way. That one is near also. And all it takes is just somebody to water commission to come and run pipe. At one point, my husband proposed that, hey, we need help. I'll buy the pipe and you guys just get the water supply people to run the pipe for us. And not even that. The people that wouldn't contribute to. Not even that, the politicians that claim. So why are we paying councillors? I have been saying this, Jeffrey. Why are we paying so much councillors, MP, so much cabinet, all type of name, even if them a committee? Why are we paying them? Because they are not doing anything. They are not doing anything for us. So why pay them?
Let me ask you a question, my dear. If them not do nothing, and the people put them there not do nothing, they just continue to put them in. Who is the biggest fool?
The people.
All right. So I don't blame them. Go back in there.
People.
I don't blame them. If me not have no water enough for my pipe, bothering 3 constituencies, 3 parishes. From Donkey was a boy and Donkey a big man now. And you keep on putting me back in there. I will continue to come to you until I say tomorrow, man, I get water and I don't get no water.
Because what they did.
Listen to me, my dear. All of us have sense. We grew up and we have sense. And if you continue...
They might have no sense, man.
Well, but if you continue putting me back in for 40-something years, you put me in there, I don't know what in your pipe, but you keep on putting me in, I wouldn't blame you. I won't do nothing for you. And I come and tell you every single 5 years, I come and tell you the same thing over and over.
So that's why I was saying about the
we have sense with cuss over one another. We have sense with chatter and sit about one another and spread propaganda and do all kind of something. But we don't have no sense with tell the people who we are putting in power. So listen to me, enough of you now. Refer that.
So in my opinion, Jeffrey,
yes, ma'am.
I was saying about what I meant when I said the third party the other day, right? It's not literally that you have to form a literal third party. The third party meaning something different from the mango and the orange, right? So if you constantly eat mango, you constantly eat orange, and it's what them get you sick. Why go back to mango orange? Why not pick another fruit? So if you realize, there's so much corruption in the system right now, how are you sure that persons on the PNP side are not corrupt? You have no guarantee of that. And then what we realize is that the corruption is in the higher heads. So in order for us to have a fresh start in Jamaica, we cannot continue with the same police. It's not just about parliament, We cannot continue with the same set of police leaders in the police department. We cannot continue with the same set of people leading in the poll system. We cannot continue with the same set of people leading as opposition team. We cannot continue with the same set of people leading as the leading prime minister team now, which is the JLP team. We cannot continue with nothing at all that they have. You have to get the state clean. Unless you do that, you could take a baby and 2 times to get big and put him in the position. It will not make a difference. Changing of government will not make a difference, because unless the government read the system as I tell you and get people and hold them accountable when they do certain things, it is not going to work, and they have to have proper plan. How many persons come out with a plan and tell me, let me hear it for myself and say, all right, this is the plan I have for the people of Jamaica. In order for everybody to have water, we are going to build this and we are going to put that structure in place. All right, in order to better the healthcare sector, we are going to put this in place and we are going to put that in place and we are going to change this and we are going to change that. And in order for us, nobody, you don't hear that. I don't hear that.
But hold on a minute there. Every single campaign trail from the day I know myself, when the election call, and you listen to them, they come and I tell you the same thing over and over. They come and say to you, say, when I go in there, I will make sure you sleep with the windows and door open. The other one say, when I go in there, I will make sure you have free education and free health care. And the poor pauperizing country can't afford the free health care, not the free education. But they say, yeah. When they go in there, they said, they make sure, I will make sure that the JDF put it in front of firing squad and kill you. And say, yeah. Because they don't listen. All they do is go to the national arena. And then we give them one sitting for blow. And then blow until die kingdom come and then listen to one thing the person says in the arena. So when you think somebody on the platform said, Jeffrey, the people and we need to educate the people more. Me not educate a soul more. Because they have a phone. And the phone have capability of the Jamaica Gleaner, the Jamaica Observer, YouTube have nationwide panny. The Google have every single radio station pan in Jamaica. And then give news. So me not communicate nobody anymore. When they want to hear about people business, they still have phone and fractal and pants tail for listen to people business though.
They know where to find it.
Me.
And it's very frustrating, Jeffrey. Like getting up every day and you're talking and you're trying to encourage people to really push out and stand up. Even the little thing that the man was doing just now. You see the little handful of people, it discourages you because they're saying, look at that. And something as major as that. And you don't have a group of people behind it. The community should be standing behind this man, powerful. And that's what I'm saying all the time.
They can't do that because it's in party in power. They can't make Prince Andrew. Then bro God see them out there protest.
So the question is, the big question then would be.
Look at this. Look at this. JPS has been milking the people of this country from Wapi kill Philip and Philip dead long time. The people of the National Party sell JPS to one company for little and nothing. The man who bought JPS, you see, was in a multi-billion-dollar bankruptcy in the United States. And when he done, he come to Jamaica and he buy JPS. When he done with JPS, he couldn't go back to New York or wherever he come from, overseas, and pay back the government the money when he owed them, and build a power plant in another state. Now this is one down there. Look how long JPS has been doing this to the people of Jamaica. Don't you think that the two political parties, for me, darling, you don't believe the two political parties could have said to the one in a power, say, you know, it's true. We're going to build a solar power plant. We're going to borrow some money and build a solar power plant in the 3 counties, Cornwall, Middlesex, and Surrey. They don't do that. So do you believe that these people have the Jamaican people interest at heart? Do you believe that Jamaican people have their self at heart?
No.
What the Jamaican people do is go in front of Jane Bank in halfway tree and jump up, free Palestine, free Palestine, free the people of Palestine. When them long they're dead for hunger and they suffer. Things that me not come every day gonna kill up myself. Over, no?
So the big question is, how then can we actually help them then? Can we help them? If people don't want help for themselves, how can we help them?
They don't want to be helped. Because if they can get up and jump up in the heart of halfway tree about the Israel and Palestine war and saying to the Israelis, you must free the Palestinians when their country is in a crisis. If they can get up, and no, I have nothing against the goodly gentleman Adidja Palmer, AK5 cartel. But if they can get up and take to the streets, free cartel, when they're in a prison by themselves, do you think
that's facts?
Do you think they want any help? They don't want no help.
Because it's like you're sitting in a house, right? And the house is falling down on you, and you are so distracted and have your phone and doing all type of stuff. You don't even realize that the board that fall out of the ceiling and the nail limb drop out and everything will fall down on you. That is how Jamaicans are behaving now. The whole Jamaica crashing down on the people, and they just too distracted with the wrong things that they are not seeing. Our health system, it's totally gone. Our education system, it's totally gone. Everything is, I don't know, there's nothing left.
I bet you any money. If Mr. Adidja Palmer should come out and say, we're tired of the corruption in the country, and decide to lead a mass demonstration in the heart of halfway tree. You see girl, you don't see people like under them batty right now because sitting out there. Because cartel do it. If we cannot get up on our own and demand accountability in this country, then something is wrong with us. As I said before, I have nothing, because everybody knows that I was on this platform fighting for the release of this man, because I don't know nothing about him. I don't know if he's killing anybody. But based on what the DPP said, why I was doing it. But the Jamaican people will not stand up for themselves. When they get up and they go out there and they talk about free roll boss, why they don't get up and demonstrate about the 4 bullets that a policeman pumped into a taxi driver in St. Thomas? Why they don't get up and demonstrate about a policeman stepping in the neck of another Jamaican citizen? Why they don't get up and speak about what is going on in Mammee Bay? No, they don't do those things. Jamaicans don't do those things because it don't affect them. You think Jamaicans can get up about this 8 people were slain in Clarendon and speak out about it and demonstrate about it? No, they don't do those things because it don't affect them.
But something that I realize, right, is that the majority of people that are having problem with Jamaica and the system in Jamaica, you know, it's persons that are not in Jamaica. Right now, if you check the platform where persons participate and persons that are fully engaged, persons that are eager to be educated, it's persons that are not in Jamaica are pushing to know what is going on in Jamaica. We are pushing to know that when we go back home, you know why we are so concerned? You want to go home. You want to go to Jamaica at some point. You want the kids to be able to go to Jamaica, to live in Jamaica.
But the Jamaican people,
man, they don't have no problem.
The Jamaican people have no problem because you not talk about who there with who. Look at that thing they call constitution reform. When you look at the crowd at the constitution reform town hall meeting, very few people did it. When you bring the thing live on this platform here, very few people come on. Because you're not talking their language. And they don't believe that the constitutional reform will affect them. If you go around Jamaica right now and ask them, what is a constitution? They don't know what is a constitution.
Exactly.
If I go to Jamaica and ask them, you hear what happened in the news? Why? I don't listen to news. Go ahead, listen to the news. What is it, fam? Listen to the news. That's how they operate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when you when I try to tell them the news and give them the news, they don't want to listen to that. And if you tell them, if you tell them right now that the government signed away lands to the Chinese, they tell us a lie, yeah, tell them I can't make up it.
Yeah, them say no bother them.
Right, you don't bother them. All when listen to them, so listen to me. It's about the watershed. It's about you not getting in the water if that happens. They don't care. They don't business with that. It don't affect them according to them. So it begs to ask the question, what sort of Jamaica are you leaving for our children? When our people in our own country don't give a flying count about the country. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
And some of we who live a foreign, we used to be blamed to you. You know why? Because we max out our credit card for go down there, go buy Hennessy, but then call it grabber and roll out of your hand.
Yeah.
And who flash with Hennessy and rent a car? Who flash with Hennessy and rent a car? Why foreign they are foreign and money they run where?
Stupid.
Them go on as if
that's how they for sure.
Hold on for me, ma'am. They go on as if people would have foreign. They have bills to pay. Only Jamaicans have bills to pay. I never come at this man if you go on, so you know.
You have to speak the truth. The truth don't need no sugarcoat.
There comes a time when all we need to wake up in this country. You believe that you would see a truckload or majority of the people of St. Anne's rallying behind Dr. Devon Taylor about the watershed. Very few people out there. You believe that Jamaicans will get up and say, no, man, this can't continue. No. No. You better help on yourself.
They can't even buy food, you know. They can't even buy food, and if it's not people overseas send them money to help with bills and food, they die. And they're the ones running up and down, oh, sure, labor right, power play. And they're gonna like them stupid and they are calling and asking you for assistance.
I bet you any money. When the big show happen in December, it doesn't matter how much money if you go in there, then they go in the door.
Mm-hmm.
One big show now happen at the National Stadium, at the National Arena.
Yeah.
And people from below Crossroad now find the money if you go to the door. But then come on and beg because they can't go to school.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to talk to people don't have them business.
Booklets or anything at all. And that is the thing that I'm saying. I wonder if they have brain. I wonder if most Jamaican people have a brain, because only persons that don't have a brain would really do what they do every day and still get up and do the same thing. A man chop off your hand and you go back and chop off your next hand. And you go back and chop off your finger and you go back and you go back again. You chop off one of your foot, you go back and chop your next one. And you chop you off piece by piece till it's dead, and you keep on. How you dead, you scared up, is still a go there.
You believe that there's so much crime going on in the country, so much corruption going on in the country, and them don't see it, them not hear about it?
That's what I'm wondering.
Jesus God.
But something hit me this morning, Jeffrey. Yes. Is it coincidence, right? That just as is it any coincidence that just as we're approaching the election season, we start having these mass murders? Is it coincidence?
Somebody have been saying that, you know. I remember who called me off. Was it on air or off air? I think it was on air. A very good friend of mine called me and said to me that if me see what's going on, as soon as the election ready to call, the amount of mass shooting is going on.
Yeah. Why you never go on from before? No. Why the sudden development where people just are going and shoot up crowd of people just like that? Because let me tell you, people want to create a smile. I don't put anything past the system energy, because if you want to dip your hand in the cookie jar,
yes, ma'am,
there is no going back. And you will just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper, because once you tell one little lie, as you call it, you have to tell another lie to cover the lie and another lie to cover that lie. So for the rest of your life, you have to keep on putting a lie on top of that lie. So once you get caught up, you will keep going, there's no limit.
And you know something too? What I realize, you see, when you talk about the PNP, people vex with you. When you talk about the JLP, people vex with you. And they fail to go and do a research. I'm a type of person like this, The Jamaica Labour Party is one of the most corrupt organization in the history of this country. But Jamaica did not get to where it is by only the Labour Party alone. The PNP is as corrupt as them too.
Yes.
The People's National Party is as corrupt as them too. But the fact of the matter is, when you sum up what is going on and you do a research, you compare the both of them and you say to yourself, what should I do? Who should I believe? Who should I go to? Come on, people. It cannot be that because you're a member of the PNP, you can't talk about the PNP. I'm a member of the Labour Party, you can't talk about the Labour Party. That's why you see me. They don't kill me long time, I kick me out of the party because when I tell you to corrupt.
But the other question now.
We need to stand up for this piece of rock that we call Jamaica. Don't stand up for any PNP or JLP. Stand up for Jamaica, because when you stand up for Jamaica, God help we. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, so I am not a PNP or JLP, I'm a Jamaican. Number one, that's for me. But another thing that I said this morning, because we have to sit down and really meditate and think about these things, and put facts together. Because do you think, in all these things that are happening around the country, do you think the opposition is totally blind? Like, he doesn't know anything, like absolutely nothing about, like, the little oil recovery, the fact that they're allowing people to come and drill holes in our fault line, searching for gold, which can contribute to all of these earthquakes that we are having. Don't you know anything about the JPS being robbing people all of these years? Don't they know that majority, everything? Do you think they're dumb or blind to it?
Let me tell you something, my dear. JPS have been robbing Jamaicans from ever since I know myself. And the two political parties do nothing about it. Not a thing. They don't do nothing about it. So you believe that the PNP don't know what what's going on, and that is why I said to them, if the PNP should gain state power tomorrow morning, and people vex with me, some of them not come back on my platform, I don't care. There will not be an investigation into this government. If the People's National Party gains state power tomorrow morning, there will not be an investigation into what is going on in this country. None. The only way ever something like that happen, you see? Unless the leader of the PNP who get in decide, say, look here, me not care, I'm a people me I work for. I don't investigate. Look how long the mayor for Kingston and St. Andrew ran on one thing in local government election, that he's going to investigate the cases, the KSMC. Has Mayor Swaby in launch an investigation in the case yet? Tell me proper mayors, yeah.
You take that right out of my mouth, Jeffrey. That was exactly the nail that I was gonna hit, So, look how they promised, right, that they will reveal the corruption that is behind the KSMC, and everybody wanted to know what was going on there. And look how long now, have we heard anything about it? No, and everybody's comfortable and living their lives. And guess what? the high electricity bill, every cost of living that goes up does not affect the members of parliament. Why? Is taxpayer money pay their light bill, give them travel allowance so the price of gas don't bother them, and plus they're getting the highest salary in the country. So they are not paying any bills out of their little money. Yet still, you expect a person to be getting $15,000 per week, pay fare, pay rent, pay light bill, pay every bill out of it, and still have remainder to send kids to school and do everything at the end of the day. And the cost of living increases.
And look at this, darling. $1.7 trillion in accountable for to the Prime Minister's office. Jamaicans don't do nothing about it. They do long so. So I don't blame them. Thief them some more. Dear, thank you for calling in.
All right, just have a good day.
Same to you, my dear. God bless you.
All right.
Bye-bye. I want to play about this thing again, Funo. I'm not staying long on this. Go chat about my breath. Okay. Good afternoon. Call to the program.
Hi, Sir Jeff. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, ma'am. You're live on air.
Yeah. What that young lady is saying, everything that she's saying is true. But this is the problem with the Jamaican people. The other saying said, if the tree doesn't have any roots, it can't stand, right? And where I am going is that it is high time for Jamaican people to wake up and do their investigation of their origin and know the history, because we are having government running the country that are illegal. They are illegal. They should not have been there. If they go back in 1736 and see the constitution that was signed by the UK government, the Queen, they will know what's going on. The Jamaican people have all the right to get rid of both parties out of the country. But because they refuse to go and do their research, to read for themselves, and to have the knowledge for themselves, because they're lazy and licky and do not want to do things for themselves. They love the hand-me-down, they love the cascas, and they love the pasa. Yeah? They don't care one foot about their children or grandchildren that's coming on. Our foreparents sacrificed their lives. Look how many innocent blood is now being running. And what are they doing? They sit down. The only time you will hear they talk out is when it happened to them. You see them with the cow balling. Jamaican people must understand that this government that is running the country, they are not our government. They are there illegal. And until Jamaican people begin to educate themselves, go on the Google, they have information in the middle of their hand, the very phone that they used to call and tear down each other. When are they going to realize that none of the politicians will make it any better for them? You have the opposition leader and look all of what Andrew Holness is doing to the country, and yet still the opposition is supposed to be there to be the watchdog for the people, and they're doing nothing. So why should you go out there and put them in? We need to get rid of both of them. And we don't need a third party either. The people need to take back their country. We need to unite and begin to govern our own country. Look in with Abraham Traore, Malaya, the young man. You saw many times them I try to kill him. Why?
Who?
Because the color Abraham Traore, the young youth.
What young youth is it?
Take
The one in the Venice Plaza?
Abraham Traore, man, the young youth in Nigeria, not Nigeria.
When I'm talking, yes.
Yeah. Listen, why are we depending on these politicians? What more do they want to see and understand that politicians don't care? They're only in there to appease the slave master. They're only there to bring out the bidding
Let me say something to
of
you, ma'am.
them.
Let me say something to you, and I have to go now. I have to play one more video before I go. Let me say something to you. You and I, and everybody else who have Jamaica into that heart, we're not chat to be blue in the face. They say the people don't get up, there's nothing gonna be done. We could have
Exactly.
1 million protests overseas. And I said it to Mr. Rattigan. I said we could have 1 million protests overseas. In every country in the world. If the Jamaican people not get up in Jamaica, nothing will be done.
Exactly. These two government don't do their illegal. They're not supposed to be in the country. We're not under their jurisdiction. What's wrong with Jamaican people? Gone are the days when they were in darkness. Gone are the days when they were backward. Gone are the days when they could not read. Gone are the days when there was no one to tell them. Gone are those days. Gone are the days when time you have to sit down and rely upon people to do this or do that for you. Gone are those days. Jamaican people, they're rather to tear down with one another. They're rather to run back at the most negative thing than to say, okay, look at what JPS is doing to them. You know what they can do? Farmer group. They decide to bring in kind of people that can do it. Organize and build a solar system. Stop give the government them their money. Jamaican have so many sunshine. You understand what I'm saying? No, they don't support them one another. Yes. If a black man open a business down there, them not support them, but yet still, when the China man then come in and decide to give them all kind of crap, you so quick them run to support them.
I gotta go now. I have an next call coming in. Thank you for calling in, Miss P.
Okay.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. You're live.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jeffrey. How are you doing?
I'm here looking and talking salt through wooden spoon according to Moti.
Oh, awesome. Whenever I call, I would say thanks to you for taking the time out to educate who need to be educated or who is interested in being educated or being updated about what happened in Jamaica. And I mean, listening to your program as usual, it's always heartbreaking. And as a Jamaican who loves Jamaican, who is dieharded to Jamaica, it hurt every core of your body, every bone in your body, every bone marrow is shocked up by the happening presently in Jamaica now. But I have observed a trend in Jamaica, deliberate, purposely done by the Prime Minister of Jamaica. And we have seen that just to brainstorm it, teacher, soldier, police, all those social workers have been mistreated, abused, and forced to migrate. The self-employed people is being pressured dearly to give in or to give up. And it go on and on. But the trend that the Prime Minister is on is one of getting rid of the person who will stand up, and then the person who we already have done, abusing them, giving them no option. And if you look when a taxi man get up to demonstrate, they are afraid to. And I was questioning myself, why is it that they don't do it? But
hold on to me, sir. Hold on to me. Hold on a minute. They're not afraid enough. The taxi drivers in Jamaica, they are as divided as the Parliament of Jamaica.
Yes, Jeffrey.
Hold on for me, sir. They have a cob in a barrel mentality. The Jamaica taxi drivers, them, they can't go out there because they taxi, them party in a power.
No, I used to think that before.
I am in must be over 300 taxi group. They have me in.
Yes, sir, I know, but yes.
Sometimes for my phone full up, I'm tired of them. Can you know why? You talk till they're blue in the face. They will not come together and demonstrate because they are not afraid. They are Labour Party members and they are PNP members.
Yes.
They do not put their company first, sir. They put their party first.
And I do understand that, and I agree with that. But as we all know, there are three separate entities in Jamaica: diehard in PNP, diehard in JLP, and the person in between. So my point, what I'm trying to say is that if you come up and you demonstrate, right, what I have seen, because I observe action. If you have a ticket from 20 years ago, they dig that up. Like, for example, the guy who was trying to get this demonstration. You see what they did? They stuck him for not getting a police clearance. That's stupid. Like, 99% of Jamaicans do not get a police clearance, but they could not find anything on him. So what they lock him up for? Say he's driving taxi. My point is that those are the little petty things that they use against people who demonstrate. The few who want to demonstrate, those are little people. They're going to dig up something long time that is not relevant, but just a little pin that they can use to juke you. And that is what they're using in the society and go to continue from there.
You ever hear about the Charter of Fundamental Rights?
Yep. Yes, but I don't want to base on this one. It's just some of the input there. But what I'm saying basically, this government knows that as long as life lasts, he will never go back into power. So he's making sure
I wouldn't bet on that, you know.
No, I would. I'm a big gambler, Jeffrey.
Because I know why I'm saying this now. Who I'm Bex. Jamaican people put them back in.
I know, and I used to say that just like you, Jeffrey. But let me tell you why I say that. He's wrecking health. He have wrecked the treasury. He's wrecking health.
Hello, I don't blame him. Wreck it some more, Andrew.
Yes, he wrecked education. He wrecked every single resource that Jamaica have tried to build endlessly. And at this appointed time, whoever go in power, it's going to be a heck of a thing to believe. Okay, so what he's doing now? Selling out the only little historical revenue or asset that Jamaica have. And then what? Terrorizing.
Andrew Holness, find some more. Hold on for me, sir. Find some more heritage site and sell it.
Yeah, and on top of that, he's disturbing the maroon, the only piece of person in Jamaica who keeps the little corner. So you see, he's not leaving nothing undisturbed. He's making sure that every single sector inside out is wrecked.
Andrew, if you can't sell the people, them sell them too. Sell them for $1 million head.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, he don't need how people house in Honduras. He bring in a Chinese, give them free land, give them tax free, and so you take away land from your people and give to a stranger. And not only that, the stranger is not paying tax. and you are taxing your person, taking away the stranger, and also taking away their land that they can sell things or they can earn on to pay tax.
You know
No.
what you should do?
Uh-huh.
For my family, you should do it too. You know what you should do? Bulldoze along every house, span lands in Jamaica and sell it to the Chinese them.
I tell you,
You should have
Jeffrey.
bulldoze along from Negril Point straight to Moran Point and give to the Chinese, sell it to the Chinese and the people from Dubai. With full not dog.
Oh Jesus! So I mean, Jamaica is big. So even
But I must behave myself. Hello, I mean it. Andrew,
yes,
listen to me. Andrew Michael Holness, sell everything you can sell. Sell it out.
And not only that, you see what he have done? He have opened up to Mexico also. He have opened up to Colombia and Mexico as investor in Jamaica as well. So that's pretty clear what the whole aim is. But as you said, this is what happened. Talk as much as you want to talk. Talk to your boss. The people who is in Jamaica, their talk is what make the difference. Demonstrate as much as you want to. Say as much as you want to say. If the people in Jamaica do not get up, stand up for their right, then guess what? There is no right in Jamaica. And that is the thing now.
Andrew. Sell our God house too. Sell Jamaica house. Sell King's house. Sell every almighty God you can sell, Andrew. Sell it.
Hey, you can, Andrew, listen to you. You can answer that. I guarantee you that he's going to sell something tomorrow again.
Sell it, Andrew.
And the oil that they find here. So, Jamaican, I mean, they're saying that they're not going to have any input in there. All you have to do, take as much oil as you want, and then just give them 42%.
Hold on for me now. I'm going to play the next with the aisle. Andrew, if you find aisle, take it and sell it.
And give him 42% and take 58%.
If you find aisle in a Negril Point, sell it backside, sell it.
So what about the gold mining also? That's easy also.
Because we don't have no use for it, sell it. We're full dog.
Jeffrey, I have to go back to Jamaica, you know, Jeffrey. I have to go back to Jamaica.
You believe say me and you're there, Cayman, me up here, so. You believe say me and can solve Jamaica problem? Andrew, sell it behind. All right, so I got to go.
Okay, Jeffrey, close.
Good afternoon, caller. Welcome to the program. Andrew Selly.
Oh, Jesus, have mercy, Lord. My brother, you sell out everything.
Sell every almighty God from Negril Point straight to Moran Point. Andrew, if you can sell, sell. The board I want to use, I can't use it.
Oh, Jesus, help, Lord Almighty, God of fire. You want to sell out everything, my brother?
Sell from Negril Point straight to Moran Point. Sell it, Andrew. Sell it.
I can't tell the frustration in your mind. I'm frustrated too, my brother, but my God, man. You know, the Jamaican people now go wake up until disaster. It's so much earthquake around Jamaica. There's so much earthquake. God has shaky it and I make package for the water, you know. I can't hear the frustration in your mind. I'm so frustrated too, you know. But you must remember to tell them to sell himself.
Him and some people that demonstrate, nobody know the Andrew sell it behind. Sell every water from Negril Point to, sell every river too. If you can't sell the river them, Andrew, sell the river them too. Sell all the Caribbean, see if you can sell it.
But you don't work for them things of a man. You want to sell out, I say you want to sell out to all of Jamaica. You want to tell my brother sell out everything.
Listen to me, let me say a while ago. I say, Andrew, if you can sell the river them, you see all the Negril River, sell the Negro River. Martha Bray, sell it.
Nigga,
All Blue Mountain too. If you can sell Drunkerhead Mountain, sell all Blue Mountain Peak too.
You know what? I'm not going to come out for your show. I'm not just saying, my brother. I love you. I care.
All right, love you too.
Love. Yeah.
Sell it, Andrew. I have something to show you, and I can come out for the program here. We're going to talk about Andrew this and Andrew, sell it behind. I want to show you something here. Where the UDC building downtown Kingston look like when... Look at the UDC building downtown Kingston. Look at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am down by the waterfront. I'm in the inner courts of the Urban Development Corporation. Now that's the ceiling in the mall area of the building. That's the Urban Development Corporation. Look at this infrastructure. Look how the roof is. This is an accident waiting to happen. What is the government doing to take corrective measures to fix this? It's an accident waiting to happen, and it's going to be devastating. And you want to tell me that no government official or even those that are in charge don't see this and recommend that it get fixed sooner rather than later? This is unacceptable, totally unacceptable. The 1-point-something trillion that cannot be accounted for. Some of the funds out of that could have made it possible to fix this infrastructure. It is unfortunate. It is sad. And the unfortunate thing is, it's going to be poor people that are going to be experiencing the demise of this happening. Persons who walk this mall back and forth, even not realizing that there is danger above them. Come on, government of Jamaica, you've got to do better. You keep promising the people that you're going to take care of them and you're ensuring that they have quality of life. This is a part of it. Urban Development Corporation at 12 Ocean Boulevard in downtown Kingston by the waterfront. And this is what this piece of infrastructure looks like. Look at it. You tell me now. You look at it now. Earthquake happened just a few days ago. They keep having frequent earthquakes. Eventually, this is going to fall apart with one of those shakes. My God, help the people of Jamaica, because the government does not like the people, don't care for the people. All they want is their vote for some.
The people don't care for themselves. The people don't care for themselves. If you can't sell all downtown Kingston, sell it too. The Chinese will buy from you. If you can't sell downtown Kingston, Andrew, sell it. If you can't sell downtown Kingston where there's a building there, sell it, Andrew. I want to show you next video, then I come in for the program, because honestly, it don't make no sense to talk to the people. Look at this thing now, then file aisle. Listen to this now. Mama.
Explorers ramped up pitch on Jamaica's oil prospects. The UK company exploring for oil offshore in Jamaica has now put a $70 billion estimate on the value of petroleum reserves, lightly laying under Jamaica's waters.
You hear? The fine oil, you know, worth in $70 billion. Then if I mean like Andrew, I sell us out the island. What's about them find the island, you know? If I mean like Andrew, I sell it. $70 billion of money, you know. You think the Jamaican people don't have no say that this island and fine? Me, mama, and we're not going to do nothing about it. They find island, you know, that worth $70 billion. And you think so we don't have any say in the $70 billion worth of island fine? And just sell it too.
waiting to be tapped. If those numbers are to be proven through further exploration and studies, the reserves would be comparable to the finds of Guyana, United Oil and Gas plc said in the latest pitch to prospective investors. The company, which has office in Dublin, London, holds a license from the Jamaican government to explore for oil in the Walton Morant block. United Oil started hunting for oil in 2020 offshore Jamaica in a zone stretching south of Walton Basin in Westmoreland to Morant Point in St. Thomas and spanning 22,400 kilometers. United Oil is seeking a co-investor to drill test the block.
You hear that? It stretched from Westmoreland straight into Morant Point. I hope I'm on that, you know. Andrew Selly.
Already received 2 extensions from the Jamaican government to drill or drop the license. United Oil sees a huge upside potential beyond 7.0 billion barrels. Its extensive consultants, Energy Advisory Limited, puts the estimate as high as 15 billion barrels.
You hear? 15 barrels of oil. 15 billion barrels of oil underneath Jamaica waters. Andrew Selly. Because the people don't know use for it. Selly, Andrew.
Walton Morant has favorable fiscal term designed to attract investors, with supportive government policy resulting in an extensive economical potential up to 70 billion US dollars. The break-even point for Guyana is $25 to $35 a barrel, compared to Jamaica's $25 a barrel. Oil discovery in recent years resulted in Guyana becoming the fastest-growing economy in the world. Half of Guyana oil revenue goes to the government. In Jamaica, proven reserves would result in a 42% of oil revenue flowing to the Jamaican government, based on United Oil presentation documents. It puts the arrangement at the lower end of such agreements. Peru sits at the bottom with 41%, while Angola sits at the top with 90% of its revenue flowing to that government. The size of the take generally relates to the government's direct participation in the oil venture. Jamaica operates a very favorable production sharing agreement.
You hear that though? Guyana, half of Guyana oil revenue go to the Guyanese government. You know hear how much Jamaica they get? Andrew Selly.
Regime with no state participation. Why will Jamaica only profit at 42% for their oil revenues? Well, it's because
you hear? Jamaica only profit at 42%. Listen to this.
Of their lack of participation in this company's discovery of this oil. The more Jamaica is willing to participate in the discovery of this oil, they can then negotiate for a higher revenue percentage.
All right. The more Jamaica get involved in this, they'll get a higher revenue percentage. But they don't do that, you know, because some of them who in there, in the parliament, are them do it. Andrew, silly Andrew. Because the people are read this, you know. And then I go listen to this. They're not business about oil, they're not business about that. But tell them about people business, they listen about it. Andrew, sell the oil where you find.
However, the less participation one country has is usually the less negotiating power they have. This is usually how these things work. When you look at it from Peru and Angola, the differences is quite huge. In Angola, it's 90%, which suggests that the Angola government must be heavily included in the oil extraction and oil discovery processes. In all, while 70 billion in value is significantly different, that's a lot of money on a year-to-year basis. That oil reserve is possible to last for decades.
You hear that? Jamaica's oil reserves have to last for decades. How many Jamaicans will find oil in Jamaica? Because they don't read and listen to the news. And they don't read. Let me not blame Andrew. But so I'm making a joke with this, you know, but honestly, the people need to come together and stand up, you know.
For Jamaica, of course, and to whomever they choose to export to. So Jamaica is sitting on the sideline for the discovery of oil in Jamaica in an agreement that the government will take 42%. Now, in a project like this, Jamaica should be one of the main investors in a project like this. In the same region, they will usually find oil eventually. So this is the sort of project that Jamaica should be the first and perhaps one of the most prominent investors in their own oil offshore reserves.
You hear that? Jamaica should be one of the first investors in it of the oil offshore reserve. I guarantee they don't sell it too. Anyway, make I behave myself. I don't blame Andrew. Sell everything you can sell, Andrew. If you see me, I can sell me too. Sell me too. Andrew, sell everything you can sell. It's where I say so long from here for another day. May God bless you. May God bless Jamaica land we love. Who no want to come back, I come back and no problem to me. But the people, them, if they not wake up, then make God help we. If they not wake up, make God help us. You think me not get up every day to come talk about JPS and JPS that I get Andrews that? When you don't sit down, you don't do nothing. A time enough for myself, so. Better than me, yeah. May God bless you all. Love my country, but if the people don't love their country, there's nothing we can do. The people don't love where they live and where they come from, when they born a piece of rock in the Caribbean Sea. See, they find oil worth much billions of dollars. Anybody asking any questions about it? No, we still don't accept it because they find oil. So when they find the oil, they can do what they want to do with the oil. Have a great day, everyone. May God bless you. May God bless Jamaica land we love. And may you continue to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough.
There for me. Let me figure out something here. There's something that's coming into us. Hold on a minute there for me. Hold on. Hold on. A friend of mine sent me a message a while ago. I said, no, man, Jeffrey, behave yourself. I not do nothing wrong. Not doing a single thing wrong. More than me telling Andrew if he can sell it. Okay, it's not, no, it's all right. Yes, I want to say thank you all for coming on. Father God help me dear Lord. Anyway, a cousin of mine sent me a message a while ago. I said to me, say, them never know, say, what another lie me I tell? Sally Andrew. If the people them sit down, nah do nothing. Everything me do, they sit down and not say nothing. Sally Andrew, Sally. Thank you all very much for coming on. Thank you all for being part of the program. May God bless you all. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Sally Andrew. I don't blame Andrew. Sally.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Mek Wi Talk.